black feet matters to you, and not in a good way. You're sick. Looking for corns to scrape. Like, this is sick. Get him off the screen. Get him off the screen. He's done too much. And this is just me speaking purely from making the connections. The entire point of my video is to show how recent the conduct is. It's not distant. In the wake of high racial injustice being broadcasted and you putting yourself out there as an ally, at the highest point of when we needed allies, and I'm saying we needed, it's for emphasis, but at the highest point of when black people looked like they needed allies, you appeared to be one. But at the same time, you could have also been an insane racist who wanted a black person to be subordinate. Because remember, like you said in the post, allegedly, they've never had anything good in their life. That this dirty nigger was making love to my feet, the only way it can come close to any real success in their life. Monkeys, niggers. You're accumulating all of this wealth, all of this clout, and it's just feeding into your narcissism. You're only going to get worse. And for the life of me, and this is the disclaimer I was waiting to get for, because now I've done this aspect. I'm done with it. You guys can do with it what you want to do. Now this is where the commentary comes.
Now, Mr. Uganda covered a few points there, which I am in agreement with. Okay, I'm in agreement with Mr. Uganda because I used to follow Murad on YouTube. Actually, I think I'm still sub to him. Actually, I might have to just unsub, to be honest. I might have to unsub because I don't look at Love Island and all that foolishness anyway. So it's fine. So yeah, I have to unsub. Basically, he did an apology, right, saying he was addressing, you know, what came out, what got exposed and stuff. And I'm gonna, the next one, if I can, I'm gonna put, no, actually, I'm on the community tab. I'm going to attach Tropical Juice, because Tropical Juice went and researched there's this thing that people play where it's like I think it's race porn or something like that. I can't remember what's it called, but I'm gonna put it in the tab for those who want to be in the know about those things. So Tropical Juice went and did a research, and Tropical Juice also gave his opinion on the Murad situation, right? Because I watch Tropical Juice a lot, right? So Tropical Juice, right? I think how I found out about this was through Tropical Juice, in fact, because Tropical Juice was very disappointed. He just had a disappointment on his face. Disappointment. So Tropical Juice started explaining certain things. So I started looking into some videos and came across a few UK ones talking out, because a lot of people follow Murad Morality. A lot of people follow Murad Morality. A lot of us, and you know, today even I came across a person talking about surviving him and all this. And to be honest, I couldn't sit through that video. It's kind of long-winded. So my thing is the addressing. He addressed his audience and gave an apology. So-called, I'll say so-called, right? The apology, I feel, was not genuine. It's very edited video. I think quite a few people have shown it. I might even show it. I don't know. I might show it. Or I might just do another video and show it. but I'm going to give my opinion on this addressment, right? And Mr. Uganda was also saying that because he studied psychology, it's like he was reacting to one of his videos, how he did the address. I think, what's the name? Let me see a transcript. Also noticed a few things. Actually, quite a few of us noticed a few things. Right, we pointed out a few things in the video because I was in the chat and she was talking about it. And right, and I don't know whether anybody have seen his so-called addressing video, okay? Because I don't think he addresses anything personally. He doesn't say, he doesn't address anything. What he does, he brings up his past trauma to cover up his what's happening now. And no one is saying that what you went through, right, is acceptable. Not in the least. Okay, it's not acceptable. Okay. But at the same time, right, you had a chance to apologize to the ones who follow you. And as you, Mr. Uganda, said, a lot of black women follow your channel. A lot, even me included, right? But it's only because like he gives very good commentary. He does, right? So I ain't knocking the grind there. He gives very good commentary and very good reactions to certain stuff because I mean I haven't watched him in a long time, right? A long time. Because I watch other stuff now. I watch other different types of reactions on other things. And I feel in myself that this is where I get suspicious of people. Now, I used to be optimistic of people. I used to be very optimistic. I used to be like, you know, whatever, like meet a person where they're at and all that stuff and kumbaya and la la la. And my thought factor has changed on a lot of people. And the reason why this is one of the reasons why I am a certain way of people. I used to be a very open person, yeah, with a lot of things. And I used to have all different types of I'll say nations of friends, nations. Right. I used to have Turkish, Indian, you name it, whatever. Now, when you're watching someone like this now, right? Like me, I am known for this. My children will tell you. I have a very kind of warped mind. You have to convince me. I have to know you for a long time before I get into you like that. And this right here proves my reasons with certain things why I don't trust a lot of certain, I mean, I'm not going to say people certain who. I just think that how once you find out or you know of yourself and you know of certain history and you know of certain, like, because the Arab slavery is the biggest thing, right? They they are one of the most biggest enslavers even till now, 2022. They was they was selling people on Facebook, women on Facebook, their maids. They'll send them their maids on Facebook. Right, there is evidence of this and all that. So when you see this now, this just convinces me that the trust of certain, you know, you mustn't take people because they say what they say, right? On the actions and actions, because they can say one thing to your face and behind closed doors they'll be saying something else. This, mind you, I have seen happen because a couple of weeks ago, I think I went into a shop and I've been going to this shop for a long time. Now, this man sells to a lot of, he has a lot of black customers and all that. And over here, right, the British have a way of looking at certain stuff. They call people mongrels and all sorts of stuff. Anyway, I just happened to hear this for myself. But when I came to the till, he sort of changed his tune. And I was explaining this to my daughter. So when you see certain things like this, does this surprise me? No. Nothing surprises me no more. Doesn't surprise me, not in a bit. And the reason why I say that because we know for a fact that the 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 Arabs, Dubai, all them side of things look at black people as fetishes or whatever. There is a fetish, there is a black fetish thing going on, and I feel like this just confirms to me that there's people like this out here. Anyway, but anyways, I'm not gonna drone on. I'm gonna show the so-called address. Hopefully it'll work because I'm in the spot.
This entire video.
Right. So I'm gonna show the address. I don't think man addresses anything. To be honest, you don't address anything. Let me put it here. That's all. Yeah. So actually, just make it small. All right. He doesn't address anything. He doesn't address anything, and I'm very disappointed in this person because it's not only because of whatever the black, because I don't believe in Black Lives Matter anyway. That's not my thing. I don't believe in them. I don't associate myself with them. There is people doing real things on the ground anyway, right? There's real black people doing real things on the ground. L.A. Lewis is a great example, or one example of it. Okay, one example. So this person here, him talking, but so-called us, as we like to say, what really we are not together as a people anyway. So I'm trying not to say the us, because point is saying the us because that's just a whole nother conversation by itself. But this person here, he doesn't address nothing. He doesn't address nothing. All he does, he tries to cover it with a past trauma that happened to him when he was 14 or 15. And no one's saying that that is okay, what happened to you or whatever, right? Right? No one's saying that that is okay. Like he said that how he would prostitute himself if he has to and all this stuff. I don't like. He tries to shock or manipulate the audience as well in this video. On top of that, he doesn't address anything. He does not address one thing. He doesn't address anything. He doesn't even address the slur. He doesn't address anything, and it's very sad that such a great. Well, I don't know. Should I play him as great? No, he's not great. You're not great. Right? You're not great. Speaking as a UK person, I mean, I could say of color, whatever, hue, whatever. You know what, right? You have to be careful who your allies are at this point because when the time of reckoning is needed and you need backup, you need to know who is on your side, who you're dealing with. And it's about time people don't take people for face value, right? You have to vet them very well. Now, if I didn't watch his YouTube for a while, I probably would have never subbed to him. And that's what I normally do. I normally watch people for a little while before I get into them or whatever. I'm very fussy where my energy goes to sometimes. Even if I put a comment in the comment section and the people is off with me, but I just take that as that's human nature sometimes. But with this situation here, it doesn't matter what you do in the bedroom. At the same time, it's how you play out certain stuff using racial slurs. Now, I know he's a gay man. It's obvious he's a gay man, right? By how he talks and all that stuff. By the pictures in the IG, I'm trying to be as nice as I can be right now because there's no point I'm flinging and going into one and being emotional and rare because that's what we're known to do. But this person here, he's down a low grade in my book. And once you are down a low grade in my book, right, boy, I don't even know. I just can't be dealing with people like this. This is exactly how it is in the UK. As much as in the Americas, they say they don't hear us hear of racism and stuff over here. There's a lot of racism over here. There's a lot of racism over here. Okay. There's Karens over here. There's and the history shows it over here. Right. So what he's done is just added to the shit, basically. Yeah. But anyways, I'm not gonna drone on. I'm gonna play it for those who haven't heard or seen the video. I'm gonna play it and let you hear. And this is why we are ticked off or pissed off a little bit over here, because you more or less were saying, okay, I'm your ally. At the end of the day, I didn't take you on as an ally. I just saw you as a content creator. You had great commentary. You spoke up for a lot of stuff. And it's not about hero worshipping. Because sometimes, right, you can hero worship people, and then later on now you can find out how the absolute bitches and bastards behind the scenes. And this is one of them. Okay. So as much as he's gonna try and hoodwink us, bamboozle us with the fancy words and the fancy talk and the fancy whatever. It's not about being fancy. It's not about what you say. It's the actions. Actions speak louder than words. Yeah, it's in the actions that you know that people will probably. I don't know. I mean I don't forgive you anyway because I ain't all about that. But all I know is that how you come under everything that I for so many years used to talk about in being around the conscious community. They used to talk about all this stuff, and it seems like now 2022 everyone's showing their ass right now. This is the time where we see people for who they are, whatever genre they come in. But anyways, I'm not going to join on, like I said, because I'll just go in speech mode. I'm going to let the video play. Let me just bring him up a little more so you can see him. For those who don't know who this is Murad Morali. For the Americans who doesn't know who he is a YouTuber, influencer, reactor, commentary. He does commentary on programs, etc., etc. Okay, so let's just hear what he's gonna say. Even though I've heard this like 50 times, but it never sounds any better, even when you play it, no matter. Okay, so I'm gonna play it.
Some of this content is also not me, and I can profusely apologize and take full accountability for how this has come across. Content is not me. The severe derogatory comments are not written by me, and I will stand by that. This is not who I am. Some of this content is also not me, and I can profusely apologize and take full accountability for how this has come across and how everybody has felt from this content. Some of this content is me, not now, not recently, in the last 5 years, 6 years, not any moment now. I don't know how I'm going to do this video. I don't know how I'm going to say all of this, but I'm just going to speak from the heart.
And if you notice, right, there's different cuts in between the videos. So anybody who edits videos, right, all the ones who edits their videos, you will see the cuts because of how it jumps from one thing to the other thing to the other thing. He didn't just come on a live and just speak. He edited this video. So just listen to what he says. You can put what you think the comments in the comment section and tell me exactly what you think of this, how you feel. If you do follow him, how do you feel? Like, I know I'm gonna unsubscribe. I know that much. He unsubscribe, don't want, not interested, damn, gone. No, that's how I feel. So yeah, let him continue his BS and let's listen.
To speak on the camera and just talk. These screenshots associated with these pictures, these vile racist verbiage that has been used is not written by me. This is not done by me in any capacity, and this needs to be made abundantly clear with full force immediately. All of this needs to be addressed. I did not write this stuff. People make their own captions. They mix it with their own pictures for their own satisfaction, their own desires, with their own fantasies, their own ideations, whatever they have, and they put it together for their own mental satisfaction, for whatever desire that they have as a person. Nobody actually knows about me because this channel is not about me. It's about reviewing content. That is what it's about. And in order to really actually discuss this properly and coherently for everybody, because that is what everybody deserves, a proper explanation and timeline of everything. And that is what I'm going to do now. Some of this information that I'm going to reveal, I did not want to reveal. But I've had no choice now but to reveal this because I need to reveal it and it needs to come from my heart to everybody. When I was 14 years old, I was severely raped. Countless times. I was just a kid, man. I was severely raped. I had genitals shoved in my anus. I had feet shoved in my mouth. And I can never get it out of my head. And it fucked me up relentlessly. Every other night, I couldn't escape it. It happened all the fucking time. I couldn't escape it, but no one knew. Nobody knew. And I said to myself, I want to do whatever the fuck I need to do to get out of this place, or it's going to happen again to me. So I did just that. I developed these fetishes, this foot fetish. I developed it through what happened to me. And I needed to make money. That was my only goal, to make money, to make money, to make money. It was all about money, because money is what I needed to get out of a place that I was being brutally fucking raped in. This is the truth. This is who I am. This is who Murad Murali is. And I'm saying it to you now, and I'm going to be transparent about every fucking little thing, because this is who I am. This is why everyone says to me, Murad, why are you so daily inconsistent? I'm not daily inconsistent because I'm putting videos out. I'm daily inconsistent because I know I need to make fucking money. If I don't make that money, I'm going back to a place where I was fucking raped every single other day. Tearing me inside. Literally. Why is somebody doing this? Why does somebody act like this? This behavior that is being witnessed currently is not normal behavior. We can all agree. It comes from somewhere. Why has Murad gone into clinical psychology, cognitive neuroscience, psychology, to find out why the fuck I was a freak? That stupid degree to fucking help me find out why I'm such a freak, to get it out of my mind, and it never fucking worked. So that is where this all came from. But why are you doing this? Why are you behaving this way? Why are you doing these fetishes? Why are you acting in this way? Why are you doing this? Because this is what happened to me, and this is what developed. And so I did it to get out. I had to get out. I had to do anything to get out. I would be a fucking prostitute if I could, I would have. 110%. But I didn't. But if I could, I would have. To make any kind of money to get the fuck out. Because it was either that or I want to die. And then the same thing happened again. Yet again in the mosque. I know this is a lot of information, but I need to be fucking transparent. And there needs to be transparency from me. That's what everybody deserves. And I can't get it out of my head. Can't get that out of my head. I was a kid, man. Why the fuck are you touching me like that? Why are you touching me like that? And it never fucking stops. I was just a kid, man. I was just a kid, man. Inshallah, I'm praying to Allah that my life is taken. Okay? I pray tonight. I genuinely pray from my heart of hearts that my life is taken. Because I can't do this anymore. I know nobody even knows this fucking shit. It's all daily and consistent, pretty shit. I tried anything. I tried everything in my power to get out. It needed to be addressed immediately, and I needed to inform of all the fuckery I went through, because that is a huge point of what happened. I appreciate everybody who's watched this very serious video, because the content is very heavy and just.
Okay. No one's taken away what happened to you, right? No one's taken away what happened to you. You put on the video, right? You're going to address what the exposure, the stuff that came out on you, right? Now, you, for one, has always said that how when people give apologies on videos, right, they do it to manipulate the audience, they do it to hide behind certain stuff that's happened to them. And it seems like you've done the same thing that you talk about in your videos when you talk about people who have given apologies in the past. I mean, there's a meme going around, and the same way, like, he literally used to say, "Are you serious?" Right? But like I said, no one's taking away the trauma that was done to you, not in the least. And I'm sure for those people who survived abuses in the past as children, whatever happened to them, all right, and they've come out and they survived. Some of them, some have got therapy. Some has had to go through a lot of deep therapy. So, but the thing is, right, you was addressing the thing you was exposed for. All right, that's the whole idea of doing an addressing video. When you're addressing the audience to let them know that, okay, that wasn't me. Right? He said, okay, that wasn't me, but I didn't write it. And da, 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 da. He didn't say no, like, oh, those things that was said on the captions, whatever. I'm sure you have control over certain stuff that you can say, no, I do not want that there. The fact that how it says Arab master slave on on your handle, right, speaks volumes. And to me, you are not an advocate for, I'll say black people, but he can't advocate for nobody, because he obviously needs therapy himself. It's all and good, like, you got a degree for studying what's happened to you in the past. But even people who are therapists and shrinks or whatever go and get therapy themselves, right? A therapy shrink have a shrink for themselves. You obviously need help. You need severe help. You the help for that trauma that happened to you in the past, and you need to address it. The next thing I will say, even if you didn't write the thing, right, I'm sure you had the power or whatever to say no, whatever. You can't put that. Obviously, right? You are I can't think of the words. You are part and parcel of the problem. So therefore, you are not an ally. And I hope that the women who follow you see you for truly who you are, because you are truly a manipulator, a narcissist. I know people hate that word, but this time, in this case, this comes on the narcissistic tendency. And when you see it in front of your face, you might as well call it for what it is. Okay, this right here, he's a narcissistic person. Right? He edited this whole video. Right? You can tell by the breaks, you can tell by how it's in and out or whatever. It's like he stopped it, he came back, said whatever, stopped it, came back, Then he edited the video to suit. Now, if you, whether you, I'm not saying that you agree with me or whatever in this case. Now, this is just one person that I mean, there are many people who probably think have the same mindset as him, and all that, because there's a lot of people who think this way of black people, or they're the lowest of the low, they have a low IQ, and This is why when people say the hard R on YouTube, right? I know that you're saying that you're taking back the word and Now look, the hard R is used in his post. Now it doesn't sound good, it don't feel good, and knowing from which it came from, because I know people say slavery didn't exist, But anyways, to make a person feel small, a person of color feel small, they would use that word, and they will use the hard R, right? They'll use it hard, right? And in this case, I do not feel bad. I'm kind of glad that this has come out, to be honest, because, like I said, it just confirms everything in my mind. The people that is around you, you don't know who's who. A person could smile up in your face, and then then when they're in their houses, they're saying something totally different. And I feel people need to bear in mind that how you mustn't take people because they say the nice words and all that, yeah, yes, okay, they're part of our cause and This is why yeah, you just gotta be careful, right, with people, because you don't know. Like, this man's eaten off of black causes. He's monetized his channel off of black causes and everything else. He's probably come from one of those middle class, I'll say, Asian houses and stuff like that. He's able to afford and do whatever he wants to do, travel wherever, and nobody is saying no, right, about the grind or whatever. But there's morals and principles in everything. And if your morals ain't right, your principles ain't right, you will get found out for the person that you are. Your mask can slip at any time. And yeah, I think that's my opinion on this person right here. I'm not going to talk about him again. I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to unsub. I think quite a few people have unsubbed from him already because of what was shown, leaked, whatever. There'll be more people covering this. I know that, because they will come across it and they will cover it. There'll be another person, loads of people covering this. And it needs to be covered, because you need to know who you're dealing with. You need to know who the enemy is at the end of the day. He is one of the enemies. Don't get deceived by the people's words. People can say whatever they want to say on here. YouTube is a place where people can say whatever. And then later on now, right, when the history of stuff comes out, what they were saying online is a whole different ball game. This has been done many times. Many, many, many times. And he's not the first, and he won't be the last. There'll probably be more people that we are following on YouTube that have a certain mindset. And when they get leaked out and found out, then, you know, it's left for you to make a decision as well. Because, like, you know, you can protest with by unsubbing, not commenting under their stuff, not talking about them. Yeah, because he's gonna live good regardless of whatever we say on the YouTube. So I'm not gonna long at this video. It's 1 hour gone, and I think I said enough in the beginning. I'm not gonna waffle on again. So with that said, I'm gonna come off. Have a good day, good afternoon, whatever time span, or good night, whatever time span you're in. Because man, just don't take people lightly, right?